Today, we are going to discover another country, Finland. Finland is one of the world's northernmost nations. Finland is the most densely forested country in Europe. Its official name is Republic of Finland. Its capital is Helsinki, and the population is approximately 55,71,665. The official language spoken here is Finnish and Swedish. The currency used in Finland is euro. The area of Finland is about 3,38,143 square kilometers. Finland is a part of Scandinavia, a geographical region in northern Europe, and it shares its land borders with Norway, Sweden, and Russia. The coastline in Finland is speckled with nearly 180,000 small islands. Finland's remote northern province, known as Lapland, sits above the Arctic Circle. The Finnish landscape is mostly flat, though the Scandinavian mountains stretch into the northwestern part of the country. Finland is heavily forested, with over 70% of the country covered by thick woodlands, called Land of Thousand Lakes. A majority of the people living in Finland were born and raised in the country, and nearly 70% of the population speaks Finnish. Finland is also home to the Sami, a herding people once known as the Lapps. They live in Lapland, where they herd reindeer. Many Finnish cultural customs reflect its forested landscape, while other European cultures historically viewed forests as dark and threatening. The Finns see forests as place of shelter and adventure. Today, many Finns have second homes in the woods to escape city life. Another popular Finnish tradition is taking a sauna, steaming in a superheated room, and then jumping into an icy lake. The country of some 5 million people is home to about 1.5 million saunas. Much of the population has saunas in their home, and many big companies have saunas for their employees. Finnish saunas are almost always constructed with wood from birch trees. Finns pride themselves as being the global capital of heavy metal music. They boast more than 50 metal bands per 1 lakh people. That's more metal bands per person than any other country in the world. The country hosts a number of music festivals every year, mostly during the summer. Finland is located so far north that much of the country receives nearly 24 hours of sunlight during the summer. But the winters are freezing and start in December and can last until May, with 24-hour sunless nights. The northern lights or aurora borealis can be seen in the Lapland region of Finland regularly in the fall, winter, and spring. Lapland is home to Finland's largest national parks. Nearly 30% of the region is protected by the government, and the barren landscape is occupied mostly by reindeers and Sami people. Finland's forests are primarily filled with Scots pine, Norway spruce, and birch blanket trees. The animals here are brown bears, elk, grey wolves, and lynx. Ducks and other waterfowls live in thousands of lakes and scattered throughout the country. The endangered Samya ringed seal, one of just 3 lake seal species in the world, is found only in Saimaa lake system of southeastern Finland. Finland is a parliamentary republic, and in 2003, Finland made history when both their president and prime minister were women, the first time that had happened in Europe. Finland had been one of the best performing economies in Europe before 2009, but recently an aging population has slowed down the exchange of goods and money in the country. Currently, over 75% of the labor force works in the service industry, like in hotels and restaurants. The country's top business is manufacturing, particularly in the wood, metals, and electronics industry. The first inhabitants of present day Finland arrived about 9,000 years ago. Those early people were the ancestors of Lapland's current Sami herds.